Horror games or films have always had a mixed bag of reviews, those who hate them and those who love them. And as for me, I fall between. But as of recently, I started to despise horror games because of the stuff that we're going to be discussing in this video and more. Hello everyone, I'm Sedilixi and let's get into why I've once said this in a few of my past videos that the most important thing for me when playing games is storyline, and I wanted to criticize horror games for lack of storyline, but most of them have quite enjoyable story and some just need you to play more to understand the storyline. For example, Silent Hill, in my own opinion, had a storyline that I couldn't understand at the beginning, but the more I played the game, the more I understood the story. But as of recently, don't mean in 2024, but I mean in this modern age, from the 2000 and to recently, most horror games have started to be repetitive and the same. Take for instance Granny and Hello Neighbor, or even Baldi's Education, to name the list. All that happens in the game is just find a way to escape without being caught, find your neighbor's secret without being caught, and so on. And they just become a lot repetitive to the point whereby you just know that a horror game that's gonna get released is a horror game where you just have to escape, or you don't have to get caught before doing something, and they just become a lot more repetitive. To discuss the most boring part in all survival horror games, the puzzles. Not to say I'm stupid or something, but the puzzles in horror games are just boring, repetitive, and time consuming. Not to say that a game shouldn't have puzzles, because I understand that puzzles are a way for the game for the game to keep you entertained, but some puzzles just ruin the fun of the game. There are two types of boring puzzles for me: the ones that require you to have real life knowledge about everything, and those that require you to backtrack a lot to solve the puzzle. For example, in Resident Evil, if you ever played Resident Evil, you may agree with me. And the game that corresponds with my first problem is Obscure: The Aftermath on PSP. On the second chapter, you will play using Mai and the other guy, which I don't remember his name, and you will have to hack into the security to enter the house. And so the game requires you to know names of famous people in which you enter their names. If you don't know them, then you have to search for a walkthrough online. And from that game, they just give you certain letters that they know if you place them correctly, they will give you the name of that famous person. But they don't place them in a way that okay, these letters, if I place them this way, I will get a name of a person, and if I place them that way, it will just be gibberish. Okay, they just pull random words like double is, double r, whatever, and you just have to wonder which name of that famous person is he. And some of the names I didn't even know which person was that, because maybe I don't know a lot of famous people, and some games don't give you a hint on where you should go, so now you're busy entering every room in hopes of seeing a cutscene and making progress. And that for me, although it just shows that the developers went a step ahead to make sure that you enjoy the game because you can enter every room, but it just keeps getting boring because you don't know what you should be doing or where you should be going to make progress, and you just now going everywhere in hopes of that you may get a cutscene and get to know what you should. Survival horror games are fun, but there are a lot of problems that make me hate them. I could make this video long, but I don't want to bore you with a lot of information. First, my videos are short, so this is where I'm gonna end this one.